Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, where I think we're just going to keep following Kepra's missions because she just keeps bringing us the best stuff. They're the most fun missions, they have the best rewards. Another tech priest, this is what we're doing. We're going to find this Skitarii Alpha. So obviously bringing all four of our dudes. I do kind of wish there was a little bit more variation in the portraits, especially since I think the portrait for the new guy we're getting is also this one. And then we should probably bring some actual troops, right? The last mission got kind of difficult. Let's bring a big robot, a big, huge, awesome robot, and then also let's say a Ranger Alpha, maybe 2 servitors, or maybe like a Ranger Alpha and a Vanguard and a servitor. This gives us some good variation in the effectiveness of our dudes. Although we're very physical damage focused, aren't we? So maybe instead of the Ranger Alpha, we bring the Vanguard Alpha, so that we have somebody who is we have the option of bringing in an energy damage troop as well. Okay, versatile build. I know that we've unlocked a lot of canticles at this point. There's a lot of different stuff. But it's hard for me to imagine that it's wrong to that it's right to change off of these. They're so very, very good. What other options do we have? Let's just energy armor up for people is whatever. This is not as good as the physical version due to the our good area effect weapons mostly being physical. Extra movement doesn't seem that good. Breaking armor is kind of interesting against one particular very tough enemy, and it might be worth switching to armor breakers for boss missions, but I don't think we need to do it now. A big heal, actually there are definitely points in that last mission where I would have liked to have a big heal, but I don't know that it's worth trading off. I think the effectiveness of the ones we have picked now is so high, and honestly, we would probably take Litany of the Electromancer over an armor breaker, especially since the armor breakers are typed. Yeah, I don't think that it's worth trading off. I think Litany of the Electromancer is the only one that's really worth considering. And maybe on boss battles. A serious matter has come to my attention, Magus. I fear I can only discuss it with you directly. My tech priests are lacking in time, manpower, and resources, Subdomina. Ensure it is worthy of our time. It is. One of the Skitarii officers has broken his strategic thought conditioning and disappeared from our comms net. Strategic thought conditioning is a really nice euphemism for that. The conditions in the Tomb of Ubjao have caused a complete psychological breakdown. In short, he's gone mad. This is a material and moral threat. I return shock at the prospect. You were right to bring this to me. It must be dealt with swiftly and discreetly. Yeah, Videx would have a fit. I can narrow down the Alpha's last location, but it's an approximate target at best. You'll have to find him. My tech priests will locate and neutralize the wayward soul. What intelligence do we have on Necron activity in that area? I'm going to take a guess here. There's a lot of it. The Alpha broke under fire. The Necrons he was fighting will still be there. And Magus, when you find him... What logic demands must be done, must be done. That's probably not exactly what she was going to say, but I mean... It is right, even if he and I would maybe not agree on what logic demands must be done. Okay, so this is... actually, there's only one mission room here. So again, it seems to me like it's worth it to just explore all of every dungeon. The awakening meter is not increasing fast enough for it to be a real threat to us, it seems like. A series of bloodstains, evidently deliberately painted, cover one wall of the chamber ahead. They form a series of dots and smears, which seem to have a conscious pattern to them. That is interesting. That said, are we going to be able to understand it? It's either, flayed ones, or it's this guy who's gone mad. I'm not sure that attempting to decipher it is actually going to be useful. Yeah, let's just maybe not leave a trail of hot, bloody crazy for the other Skitarii to find. The cohort obliterates the markings and moves on. They do this quietly and swiftly, continuing to stay ahead of the Necrons seeking them out, which kind of seems like it's at odds with this result, but whatever. Because +2 awakening is definitely the result you get when the text is like, but now all of the Necrons know your location. Sounds like word is already spreading. Damnation. Gossip moves faster than any data virus. The cohort passes by a unit of Skitarii moving toward their posts elsewhere in the tomb. The tech priests overhear the Skitarii discussing rumors of an alpha who's gone missing. Well... We certainly don't want this getting around to, like, breaking everybody's morale. How do we fix this? We could admonish the Skitarii for spreading illogical and harmful rumors, question them about what they were speaking about, or warn them about the deadly threat of nearby Necrons in the hopes that this information will focus them on their mission. Or it might, it might have very much the opposite effect. Let's just see if they know anything. I think that's probably the move here. Thank Olympus Mons, they don't know about our rogue alpha after all. We'd better make sure it stays that way. Skitarii are evasive, but eventually it becomes clear they're discussing a Skitarii officer who fell down a seemingly bottomless shaft in the tomb and was never seen again. Okay, well that was a pretty good outcome for us. Alright, let's go back and we'll loop around a little bit here. So, like, the trade-off, right, is fully exploring the tombs gives you Blackstone faster, helps you level up your guys, while taking the most direct path through would be good for doing more missions, so you're getting more Blackstone that way and also getting more mission rewards. And it's possible that we'd be better off just doing that, I guess. But honestly, a lot of the things that we get from mission rewards aren't actually very good. Really, Kepra's rewards are the only ones I seem to care about anymore. Shoot. I don't remember. First of all, it's been a weekend since I last played, and secondly, we might not have seen this one before. Let's see what this is. Okay, Blackstone. Cool. Now let's see that one again. Come on, same glyph. Yeah, extra Necrons. Okay, so, here's a question. We know certain symbols are bad, we know certain symbols are good. This symbol we've seen before, we've definitely used before, but it didn't gain a color. So I wonder if the idea is that you only get to mark a certain number of them, or that certain ones always remain unmarked, or that maybe the result is not always the same with the ones that don't gain a mark. But I am here comfortable with taking the positive one. Apparently it was healing, which I did not need. Oops. I don't think we've picked this one either. Okay, so the guy who's wearing headphones is damage. I'm never going to remember these if I don't come up with some kind of mnemonics for them. Yeah, we'll definitely take that. That one I remembered as being cognition points. We're going to have to fight soon. May as well be at full cognition when we go in there. It could be our alpha, but then again, he won't be the only human bleeding in this tomb. The cohort picks up human tracks in smeared blood leading deeper into the tomb. Well, follow the trail as quickly as possible. I don't know that we should do anything rash here. Follow a route parallel to the trail in case it is a trap. I like that. Or proceed along the trail with caution. Now let's try to outsmart him a little bit. The cohort moves alongside the trail, staying off the path itself. In doing so, they note the movements of nearby Necrons also closing in on the trail. They do not find the alpha at the end of it, but are able to skirt around the highest concentrations of Necrons as they continue on their way. Again, an outcome not really matching the text very well there. Well, it looks like we're probably finishing this one at level 4. This looks like the work of the Rogue Alpha. Is this some kind of offering to the Necrons? A simple offering of rad rifle ammunition and ration packs lies at the foot of a tarnished statue that may represent Lord Ubjao. Well, we could destroy the offering, couldn't we just take it? Counter the act of blasphemy with prayer, or search through the offering. Yeah, let's do that one. We should just take all the stuff. The cohort sift through the odd collection of items left as tribute to the Necrons. Among them is a chunk of blood-soaked circuitry. Alpha ripped out one of his advanced augmetics and offered it up to the Necrons. The bionic can be recovered, but the find is disconcerting to say the least. If a Skitarii can do this, can a tech priest be that much safer from madness? Yes. I would say yes is the answer to that question. So it looks like we might actually be leaving at 5. You know, like I said, it's kind of what... it's kind of whatever. Like, the awakening meter increasing quickly doesn't really seem to have too much effect. Until it suddenly makes me lose the game, I suppose. We'll see. Should probably not be so cavalier about a thing that I definitely do not know the function of. Hey, that's new. This indeed appears to be a challenging foe for sure. These remind me of the storm shields we manufacture for Terminator squads. Agreed. They certainly represent the most elite of the Necrons that we've seen so far. If it follows the trend of other Necrons, then surely these are one of the few who appear to be able to think independently of their lords. Alright, well, presumably that guy's going to have a lot of armor, maybe of just one type, maybe of both types. I guess let's get in there and find out. So there's a cache over here. We have a death mark there. So that flayed one's not really a threat. We have a Varguard here. Are Varguards... Varguards aren't the ones with the jetpack move, are they? Listen, it's been a weekend, I've forgotten what every unit does. Well, okay, so this guy's the only one who's close to us and also early in the turn order. We could try to go after him. We get Jeremiah and Menarius before him. I mean, Menarius is real good at cooking Necrons. Let's make sure Menarius is close to this side. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what to do with people except have them run directly at the enemy. Feels strategically sound to me. So we probably want to, we want to have at this guy first. Let's run up here and tap him with the phosphor pistol. See if we can't learn something. Do I want to do the machine spirit thing before doing that? Possibly. I probably want to power axe that guy, actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the taming the machine spirit canticle here. Buff up our damage as much as possible. So, what are your stats? I guess I didn't really need to do that, because I could have just run past him, right? But I'm probably not going to be able to shoot my, pistol anymore after I really commit here. So, interestingly, it seems to be saying that I can't hit him with my flamethrower. Unless I actually get up here. That's weird. Why would I be able to hit one guy at the top of the stairs but not the other one? Well, I mean, that's certainly what's happening here. He's just not flame-throwable. Well... I'm not going to be able to use my flamethrower in melee range like this. Maybe from right here? I mean, they're both lit up with it at least. Okay, so that guy's 7. Wow, okay. Let us not flamethrow him. Let us stand right here, scan this. Remember, Jeremiah is immune to opportunity attacks. Right, I forgot about the fact that I am provoking additional actions from the enemies. Okay. So we strip some armor off of him. Resistance at this stage has been more than we would have expected of a force filled with brainless drones. Highly armored targets like these are proving to be far more resilient to our weapons than we would have predicted. They're also very driven, like no other Necron, to accomplish their goal of protecting the tooth. Yeah, I'm not... Oh, they have a counterattack. Okay, that's interesting. Good to know. So I'm gonna step over here, and I'm gonna use the Cant of the Craft. We're gonna flamethrow these guys super hard. I will force some damage through all that armor. Oh, interesting. Hitting him made him walk toward me. But walking toward me provoked an opportunity attack. How unfortunate for him. Alright, so we'll Mechadendrite. And then I can't actually finish him off. I'm out of weapons. But I can... Oh, I forgot to do the power field generator. It didn't matter, but I should have done that. I guess I'll heal myself? No reason not to heal. And then the question is it worth moving back to be less vulnerable to enemy fire? Probably, right? Because I could run back to here. Replace the cognition point that I spend to move. Or actually, I'm going to run back to here so I'm near the cognition generator. Replace the cognition point we used to move, and then Mechadendrite this guy with the smaller Mechadendrite so that we end at full. That's a pretty big turn. That was like a reasonably good turn. Okay, here's a question. Am I going to be able to hit these guys with the same beam? I'm a little worried that the angle involved now is not super conducive to that. Also, it claims that from here I'm able to shoot that guy, but from here I'm not. Probably what it means is that this guy blocks line of sight, which is not a problem for the Annihilator. Sorry, the Eradicator. Always start with Eradication. Can't stress the value of that enough. Okay, so I need to back up a little bit and I'll be able to hit this guy with the other big gun. And when I do that, of course, it will, some of it will splash over. Oh wow, a lot of it will splash over, actually. Okay, so completely deleted that guy. Did some damage here, so this guy gets a free move. That's pretty powerful. That's a cool thing for them. Let's figure out what this guy's deal is. Oh, this is going to deal 1 damage to him, though. Is it going to let him move again? No, it's not an attack, I guess. So unfortunately, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't love how many enemies we have sitting around. We're going to have to do some cleanup here. In fact, this Varguard's about to get back up, although at least we have an opportunity attack on him. We got to deal some damage to that Lich Guard on Leonardus' turn to make sure it goes down. Yeah, I guess I won't do anything else this turn. Not the end of the world, but it would be better if we didn't have to deal with it. Oh, no opportunity attacks against the teleporter. What a jerk. Well, the good news is he only has 7 health left. Okay, so I need to... We could run over and power axe that guy. Oof, there's so many of them. Alright, the Lich Guard's gonna get a turn if I don't do something. So we gotta move to a place where I can shoot that Lich Guard. How close do I have to get? I have to go to here. Okay. That's the first thing that has to happen. Then, obviously, I want to use the Eradication Ray. And it will drop that Lich Guard over there. So let's just Power Axe one of these guys. Step over here and toss the Eradicator this way. Huh. I was told I'd be able to hit him from here. Lies. Alright, it's not a big deal. We can do it from right here. I might even be able to splash some damage on that guy at the same time and get rid of him. Yep, just barely. Just clip the corner of his square. And we got a critical on that. Beautiful. Really, really good. Okay, so we're already on top of this thing. don't really know what this guy needs to do. I don't think he's in too much danger from the existing warriors. I guess just back up. And we may as well bless now. I didn't need to bless during his turn. He really, really did not need the damage bonus, but, well, we may as well set it up for everybody else. Doesn't really make sense to do overzealous here. I think we're good for now. I should probably servo-skull something. Yeah, we could be at full cognition, I suppose. Especially since he's now one of the few people who doesn't have a cool alternate use for his servo-skull. Alright, so Necron Warrior and the Varguard over there and the Deathmark over here are all about to get their turns. I want to do as much damage as possible. So what we should probably do here, that guy has 7 health, probably do is move over here, cut this dude's face clean off. He doesn't need it, he's not using it. Get up here and hit the flamethrower. And this time I'm going to remember to use my power field generator. Nice! Critical the Deathmark to death. That is actually really wonderful. And then we're gonna, I guess we can just tap this guy to finish him off so I don't have to worry about him anymore. Hold on, I should move next to him first though, because I can hit him with the Dendrite. Even while he's still down. Alright, and then I'm gonna open this thing up before I end the turn. Because I am afraid if I don't do it now, I'm going to forget. Okay, yep, not worried about that at all. Do I want to spend... I kind of think I'm going to save my skull here. I don't know what I can need it for. I guess we could just use it, because I have a thing that fills the cognition gauge completely and everything. Don't want to reveal his stats, maybe? Nah. Let's just fill the cognition gauge, and then we can summon more troops this way. I don't think these things are close enough to get any attacks off. And they really don't want to run toward me and end up in a line like that. I think they're going to be sorry that they did that. And we could end the thing at an awake level of 4 if we just destroy the 2 chests. It should be pretty easy. So do I want to summon a giant robot? I know. I heard it too. It did sound stupid. But it's a pretty expensive summon. Yeah, let's do it. Let's summon the big robot. Hey, wait a second. I thought summoning that robot only cost 4. It definitely emptied my gauge completely, and then we rebuilt a little bit. But you know what? It appeared to empty the gauge completely, and then we gained a bunch of stuff. Oh, okay. We got 1 from this, 2 from that, and 1 from the beginning of Jeremiah's turn. So yeah, it did totally empty my gauge completely, even though it said it would only cost 4. Now, let's smash this thing. I thought maybe we were going to get more more crawlers. Never mind. So we just run over to here and engage the power field generator. We still have our canticle that completely resets the cognition gauge to full too. It looks like we're actually going to need here. This flamethrower is borderline overpowered. Very, very good. Okay, we don't need to use the claw because he's going to go back to full health at the end of his turn anyway. We could claw this guy. I'm just thinking that that might be useful because it's going to cost us Blackstone to repair him, right? I don't even know if it will... Can I claw him? Huh, it's showing him as 15 here, but 12 there. We know 12 is right. Yeah, okay, weird. Do you want to move anywhere? Not really. We could servo-skull. I guess, let me servo-skull one of these up. Yep, gotta send the servo-skull up over the tree. That's definitely the shortest route between those points. And then I'll use that to just walk over here, so now I'm on this for the beginning of next turn, should the beginning of next turn even actually happen. Oh, I should have shot one of them before moving. Well, I have lots of movement left. I can just pop one of these dudes real fast, then walk back to the thing. Okay. So, let's, we have cognition freedom. It looks to me like I can get to right here and probably hit them both with the eradication ray. And then we'll see about maybe using the cognition canticle afterward, if it's necessary. And remember, he's blessed, too, so this is going to be a big, big hit. Turns out he has it under control. Yeah, Minarius is absolutely terrifying. This eradication ray is a very, very good weapon. He's too far gone, Magus, but I can't make this decision for you. The mad Skitarii Alpha is hunched against the wall in front of you. He has ripped out his augmetics, and one of his eye sockets is an empty. It's one whole empty. It is a scene of gory horror. His breathing is labored, and he is filthy with blood. Well, something tells me we're not going to be able to talk this dude down. We could try. We should try. If only for, like, the morale of the rest of the squad. His current condition does represent a serious threat to the morale of the mission. I agree with that. But I think if we saved him... Yeah, if we saved him, I think it would be a big deal. The cohort rush the officer and are able to restrain him with neurocuffs without incident. He thrashes and screams as they try to drag him out of the tomb, and before they reach the tomb entrance, he dies of a total augmetic organ collapse. Jesus. Well, I tried. He gave us the good power axe, the biggest, best power axe, which I really appreciate, actually. Also, I feel a little bit bad. I'm talking about that in terms of, like, well, what is this going to mean for everybody else? But, I did it. I found the Skitarii Alpha. Okay, but, this room didn't have a marker in it before, though. Let's see what this is about. Well, there's more Necrons awakening. A Skitarii trooper lies dead on the floor of this chamber. It is clearly not the Alpha you seek. Yeah, I know, because we found him already. There is no sign of telltale Necron gauss fire, and the body has not been dismembered in the manner typical of a flayed one attack. Well... He's just dead and not harmed, huh? This is a trap. Check the adjoining chambers, in case the body is bait for a trap. We check the nearby chambers, and look for lurking Necron ambushers. They find none, but by the time they spend their the time they spend and their activity in securing their surroundings makes them more apparent to the enemy. And then okay. Oh, there's a whole room over here that I totally missed. Somehow. I mean, to be perfectly honest, that does sound like me. But we found the Alpha. The whole thing is... We're done already. What is this? Well, I mean, obviously it's Necrons. I thought we were done, so we've used a bunch of our canticles, but we still have one left. Holy crap. They all get to go before me, huh? Well, this will be interesting. Listen, who needs canticles? So this is a scan or destroy. The scan or destroy things are here. I assume, since mostly they seem to work this way, I assume that we will scan or destroy and then have to kill everything. So, I mean, we're not actually in range of anything right now. Yeah, I'm not too worried. Let's just set up Jeremiah here and Minarius here. Okay, let's do it. And we have 3 cognition points coming into this. It's not exactly what I would hope for, but it's not bad. And of course all of our stuff is off cooldown as well. And I mean, we can still tame the machine spirit here using Overzealous, because Overzealous is crazy powerful. Yeah, this isn't so bad. We're alright. So I think I'm going to have him pass. I think I want everybody else to go after the machine spirit gets called. I'm thinking that we could do a really powerful flamethrower, like from right here. Although apparently I'm not going to be able to hit him with the flamethrower because it works from here, not from here or here. Sometimes the line of sight and targeting stuff in this game, it seems mostly to be really wacky around, what do you call it? Around elevation changes. But yeah, delay turn. Delay turn. You, get overzealous for us. Alright, and then we can go and collect a cognition point with our servo-skull, which we definitely want to do. Most of them are... there's not actually a lot of cognition points available in the environment here. I think we're most likely to not go over to get that one. So let's grab that right now. And then I'm going to try to set up a really good eradication ray here. Do I want to bless damage before shooting the ray or after? If the ray is already going to do lethal damage, then I probably, to most or all of the things it hits, then I want to bless after, right? And I think that may be the case. Move up here. Okay. I think this is probably going to kill all 3 of them. And I critted one of them too. Nice. Alright, so now we could bless and I could run up and just melee this dude's face off. Just take his face off, you know what I'm saying? But that does sort of leave Leonardus out in the open. That said, maybe that's not a big deal. He's a tough dude, and there's not going to be that many enemies left over there afterward. Here, let's move up. Let's go for something. First of all, obviously. Cool. Then I run the gauntlet here and gain myself 3 cognition, and then we try to work this guy over. I guess I do have to shoot him before we get point blank. He's going to move forward when I do it. Oh, no, sorry, he's not. This isn't one of those shield guys. The shield guy's over here. Yeah, this guy I just want to really wallop. Alright, let's move to here. I'm going to get all the cognition. Oh, suspect activity detected when I got the cognition point from this guy? It might have been because I was moving. Alright, well that makes me want to fall back then. I do kind of want to shoot the armor-piercing pistol, or the armor-breaking pistol at him, though. I suspect my axe will... you know what? The axe might be enough to take on a blade one in one hit, but I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna bless my damage, and then I'm gonna run over and melee one of these guys. And then everybody else gets to have the bless as well, obviously. So, the 2 new flayed ones are going to get to move right away. Let's grab these cognition points. And then I'm going to step back and hit this guy as hard as I possibly can, and then we'll consider more fleeing. Okay. Enough to sort of drop him. Enough to temporarily drop him. And I think I'm gonna fall back so that I don't just get immediately counter meleeed. Although, it seems like enemies take opportunity attacks when they move into your opportunity range sometimes, despite the fact that they shouldn't. I'm not really sure what to do about this. I was going to back up. We'll let him come in. Everybody else can figure something out. Oh, that's true. Enemies are getting up instantly now. That's that said. Sorry, the first time they get a turn. That's not actually instant. It does get faster than that. Okay, you... a pretty good flamethrower shot. So if we're smart about this, we can maybe clean up some of the other enemies as we flamethrow that guy, or we can just run up to, like, here and blast all three of those dudes with the flamethrower. That's probably the smart play. So the first thing I have to do is get rid of this guy. Probably just meleeing him is the right way to do that. Okay. Oh, I do have a mecha dendrite, so I should move up to here, hit this guy with it. Okay, from right here we should have the shot we want. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so he'll burn out on at the beginning of or at the end of his next turn. What do I want to do now? I probably want to back up and like stand next to this Necron warrior, because when he gets his next turn, he's going to wake up. And I can be in position to make him die instead of being able to do stuff. And not even have to spend any cognition getting there. Although maybe I should just stand near the cognition generator. Yeah, I don't hate that. You know what? That probably wasn't worth doing. Because I think I'm going to have Jeremiah run over here anyway. He could have grabbed that. I could have avoided putting that on cooldown. Alright, so we're blessed, and we're going to be able to pop the power field generator, so obviously I want to get that really, really good flamethrower shot here. It's going to pull both of them forward, but they're going to get opportunity attacked and stuff. Actually, I should take the shot from here so only one of them can get adjacent to me. Well, it would have been neat if I had actually managed to finish them both off. Or put them both down, because then I could have taken them both out with the weapons. As it is, let's move a little closer over here. Let's steal all of the cognition that we can from this dude. Is that really not enough to bring him down? Wow. Let's go ahead and heal myself, because apparently that's going to be necessary. Yeah, I can't believe he didn't go down. He has 1 health left. Well, we can step back, because I don't take opportunity attacks, and we can definitely knock him over. He's going to get back up before we can finish him off, probably, but, you know, I don't really have a lot of options here. Not a lot I can do about that. Just make sure I'm standing back here where I can't be trivially surrounded. Only one of them can get to me at a time. still, I mean, like, this is going pretty well. Alright, so you... That's unfortunate. I can't clean up all these bodies without... You know, I can clean up all those bodies, though. That's probably worth doing. This was my initial thought, but this hits our own guy pretty hard. Also, man, look at the range on his guns. Alright, there aren't a lot of actual enemies left. I'm not sure that I even want to spend the attack from the eradication ray, honestly. Why don't we use the servo-skull to pop one of these down guys? So this Necron warrior here doesn't have a turn in the foreseeable future. Honestly, none of the enemies really get to do anything, it seems like. Here, I'll just crack one of these dudes to make Jeremiah's life easier. It is really nice to be able to do a little bit of damage with your servo-skull. And then I might just have Minarius back off and stand next to a cognition generator. Or I guess he could move forward and stand next to a cognition generator. That works too. But yeah, I don't think I want to spend any of his other stuff this turn. I don't know how much we need to summon troops. But we haven't actually gotten to use the sweet Castellan robot yet, and I want to. That said, am I maybe just giving this guy something to hit? I don't know exactly what his movement range is yet. Yeah, it might not actually be useful to summon this thing. Well, we'll use it as a shield on this side. How about? And I think we're gonna pass Jeremiah's turn. He is not needed yet. This guy's gonna burn down at the end of his turn. Alright, let us punch this dude. Crushing blow. Yeah, that's pretty crushing. Oh wow, you really... you can't move at all, huh? Oh, and that guy's just out of flamethrower range. Well, why don't you gain some armor? Something tells me you might need some armor in the near future. Oh, it's not that he can't... it's not that he doesn't have the movement range to move any further. He isn't allowed forward. That's weird. It looks to me like he can move to here, but I guess that space is not actually available. Well, I'm going to have him step over here then. Oh man, he's going to block... He's either going to block movement forward or he's going to block access to the thing. You know what? I guess block movement forward is better. Minarius can just clean this dude up. That's pretty annoying. Right, let's be rid of... Actually, I'm way more concerned about you. And then actually, this guy has an axe. Let's just move here, crush this thing, and then have him stand next to the Necron warrior, because its turn will be irrelevant if a guy with an axe is standing next to it. Alright, well... Probably just run forward and hit him with the axe, right? I guess I should probably phosphor blast him first. No sense in not making it easy to fire the gun. So now the question, is it worth shooting the flamethrower at him to get rid of his body? Nah. No, I think what we want to do is the pretty obvious thing over here. Shoot the flamethrower at this guy, and then fill the cognition gauge. And use one of those cognition points to stand next to him so that he doesn't get to do stuff. If I were you, I would have just stayed down, man. Okay. Well, I can certainly do... Oh, you know, we all must escape, though? It's actually going to be a little awkward with this robot here. We might be best off trying to run all the way around. Right, because the robot... Let's see, if I move... Yeah, you know what? No. If I move Minarius up here, we can have the robot just fall back to here, and then we have a way past him. We don't really get to do anything else with these guys, though. Kind of a silly situation I managed to get myself into here. Oh, right, I totally spaced on this guy. Well, something tells me it's not going to be an issue. Oh no, my Blackstone! I can't believe I didn't realize he wasn't going to be able to fit through there. That's a tiny bit embarrassing. Oh, I should probably have pathed that in such a way that I got the cognition point from this. Getting sloppy over here. I mean, I'm getting sloppy because it literally doesn't matter, but still, sloppy. Wow, that's not really the direction I would expect him to fly in after that strike. There you go, buddy. You'll be fine. Also, let me just take care of that for you real quick. It doesn't seem like we should wait. Doesn't seem like there's any benefit in waiting, I should say. Okay. So now that there are no enemies left, it probably should just let me leave, rather than making me actually run out. I gotta say, this dungeon did not feel as difficult as the last couple. Honestly, maybe it was even just the last one. Alright, let's see if we can get out of here on Minarius' next turn. Oh yeah, he'll make it, because he still has his servo-skull. Also, I could have just pathed past the thing, I guess. That also would have worked. Oh, and also, never mind. We don't need to do either of those things. Okay. It is weird that the mission was not fulfilled by me finding the Skitarii Alpha. Like, I know you're supposed to go to all of the mission progress rooms, but strange stuff. The Alpha's corpse is carried out of the tomb by the cohort. In a sheltered clearing nearby, the body is doused in promethium and burned. No trace of the Alpha's madness remains, and the matter is treated from then on as though it never occurred. I mean, you say no trace, but we have this very nice axe now. A sorry deed, but it had to be done. My thanks, Magus. Even the Skitarii are not immune to psychological casualties, and if word got out of this Alpha's madness, they would only have become more susceptible. Every soldier has his weaknesses. It is a logical necessity for a commander to take them into account in the decision-making process. I'd rather we were defined by our strengths and not our weaknesses, but missions like this remind me how fragile we are in a place like the tombs of Silva Tenebris. It is the ideal of the tech priesthood to remove those weaknesses by making our physical form closer to the machine. True flawlessness has yet to be attained. I don't know, I wouldn't say that mission was flawless, but it was close. Alright, let's get a partial refund on our dudes, and then we get extremely paid. You know, we only had 2 battles there, but it was actually a lot of Necrons. Also, I gotta say, I do think that the idea of the shield enemy where you hit him and he moves toward you and maybe counterattacks is interesting, but I'm not sure that melee needed to be disadvantaged anymore. Obviously, melee weapons aren't weak, but ranged weapons are extremely good, so... Oh, we've located a new sector, the Neftusk sector. A sense of monumental muscular power fills the tomb. It is a deafening industrial sprawl, echoing the forge worlds of the Adeptus Mechanicus, but unmistakably alien. Its inner workings and architecture are laid open to see. Pipework and support beams span the spaces between hulking masses of machinery. The air is heavy and hot with steam, and tastes of leaking fuel. From everywhere comes the grinding din of huge engines underfoot, while pistons hammer endlessly. Canoptic labor constructs continue to assemble new areas and structures, locked in a constant cycle of rebuilding. Columns of scarab constructs repair and remake. It would be folly to assume they are the only inhabitants. I mean, honestly, almost all of that description could apply to actually any of these tombs. So out of curiosity, she'll give us Skitarii Ranger level 3 and additional deployment slots. Ooh, a hard mission. A heavy destroyer. Okay, that's interesting. We may well be heading on some war games next time, but before that, let's talk to the new guy. We have all this Blackstone for you. So, what do we need? What would be most useful? We don't have a Secutor yet. Now that we have better troops and we're getting into places where the troops are more useful, like where the tech priests are actually sometimes feeling a little bit strained, it might be a good idea to have one of these. Let's unlock a bunch of Secutor stuff. HP, energy armor, HP movement. Let's go movement first. Not that we're certain we will even be equipping that. So this is just the same blessing that we already have, but for troops instead of for tech priests. Yes, very obviously worse, but not nothing. Let's go for the raw HP torso upgrade. Okay, we're able to get this guy caught up pretty quickly. I think that says Talth, but in this font, it's hard to tell it from Truth. This guy is the Truth. So, what are we going to equip him with? He's a commander of troops, so a cognitive canister would make some sense, especially since we have a buff for that. Now let's go for the good canister. That's pretty cool looking. And then he probably let's start by putting on his armor. He's up at 19 health but no armor. We probably want to leave him up there. So, he doesn't have a way of cheating the cost of an eradication ray, but we could still give him one because we do that machine spirit thing pretty frequently. Let's go eradication ray and then maybe arc rifle. Oh, we don't have enough slots for an arc rifle. Put down a phosphor blast pistol, I guess. I'll leave him like that. He's not going to have amazing turns. Yeah, this guy seems... With this loadout, this guy seems less good than a lot of our other guys. Maybe we don't run this. We instead run the arc rifle. He'll definitely be able to fire most of the time now. That's probably fine. This way he can actually use both of his guns most turns instead of only on a turn when we're doing a gimmick. Yeah, I think I like that better. And then we also want to, at the very least, Jeremiah should upgrade his axe. We could cut one of the dendrites for it, probably. Yeah, I don't think I want to cut anything else. We'll cut the weak dendrite so that he can upgrade to the mega axe. Yeah, it's bigger. It's certainly bigger. Nobody can say that it's not. And then, do we want to upgrade anybody else with the axe, though? Jeremiah is using... Jeremiah is the guy I was just looking at. What am I doing? Leonardus is using the tier 2. But the axe is kind of not critical to his job, and I wonder if maybe I want to keep him on the tier 2. He still hits pretty hard with it. We could cut his claw. We haven't really needed the claws so much. Yeah, I guess I'm okay with that. Boy, his, like, tech octopus wizard thing that he has going on with his face is pretty cool. I wish that the portraits updated to the headgear. There's only, what, 6 pieces of headgear? So you could have a couple of portraits for people with no gear on, and then one for each type of headgear they could be wearing. That would be a nice way of easily telling them apart at the portrait level. And you are also using the mid-tier axe. We could cut... What can I cut from you? I don't want to do that. Honestly, I think I'm going to leave him on the mid-tier axe, then. Next time he levels up, we can upgrade him. Oh, no, wait. He just has a slot open. Okay, well. Problem solved. So let's take a quick look. What are the other mission rewards? An even better curing claw, the arc pistols, the downgraded version of the arc rifle, but also the refractor field generator, which is certainly cool. Oh, there are multiple missions available on some of these guys now. I was thinking of their missions as just stuff you have to walk through one by one. But apparently they accumulate. We haven't had that happen with too many people. Ooh, Skitarii Ranger and the Adeptus Mechanicus. Single target melee attack knocks the target back and deals 2 physical damage. That's interesting. Oh, and it's a Mechadendrite. It wouldn't go in a weapon slot. Oh man, maybe we should do this one next. That's actually a cool gain in capabilities for us. And this is... Oh, this is like a flamethrower, but energy. Deals 6 to 8 energy damage to targets in an area, reveals their statistics. That's kind of neat. Oh, this is also very interesting. But I do like additional mission deployment slots, and maxing out one of our troops is cool. You know what? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do next time, but I do know that it will be next time. I'm certainly not starting a new mission now, 57 minutes into the video. So, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when we apparently have a decision to make. And we'll see you then.